Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Health and Wealth Business Prospecting. I'm Dr. Prosper TETTEY DOE, based in the United Kingdom. And this I want to share with you how to prospect based on a real live interview with my mentor, Professor KOA, who will be introduced as we go along with 3 prospects. So you are welcome even to. So to start with, I called all the participants even to come onto the call, and there were 3 participants. One is a chef, the other is a nurse who is also an entrepreneur, and the third is a teacher who is also an entrepreneur in fashion. And it took some time to get all 3 of them. 2 of the participants are from Ghana, and one is based in the United Kingdom. And my mentor is based in Ghana. So this was a very important conversation because it's the first third-party call that I've done since being an associate in the Max International business, which will be introduced further, even as I relay what the professor had to say, even to the 3 prospects that I brought even to this important conference call. And I would like you to have pen to paper, even as we go along. There's a lot to benefit from this because I learned a lot from it, and you can apply it to other prospecting business. And this, though it applies to the Max International, you can also apply the principles even as an associate. And we hope that you share it with your team members, even as we go along, so that others too benefit from this very important. It was a 15-minute interaction, and it was very good. So first, to welcome, let's say 3 participants, A, B, and C. And so the introduction of the participants started to introduce the participants to the main facilitator, even at this time. So first, to welcome Prof. KOA, we have on the line myself, Prosper Doe in the UK, and we have Michael Doe, who is a chef and also an entrepreneur. That is A, participants, and participant B, who is in the UK, and he is also introduced even at this time. As I said, from the experience, it may take some time during this call due to service delivery. There were some interactions to take off. So we had 2 participants, A and B, and C delayed a bit, but was in the background due to connection issues. So starting by introducing Professor KOA, who will be introducing himself on the Max International and how to go forward. And it was very, very important for me. I'm very excited even at this time. So the ball was over to Prof to introduce himself. So Prof started by welcoming the participants. Participant A clarified that he's a chef, and the second participant B, where do you work? He asked. And participant B explained he's running his own business. He's an entrepreneur. So he said, okay, you are a big man. Yes. And there was a smile. Yes. So entrepreneur is a big man. And given the time that Prof have, he will give a brief idea about our community and what we do. If you like it, you join us. If you don't like it, you don't join us, he said. And then when he has finished, he will make an arrangement to meet in the office, make an arrangement to meet one-on-one, to meet and show evidence of everything that he has. Professor Kewe is a professor in Legon and also a professor in the UK and South Africa. He's a professor of books and medicine, works with several medical doctors in different disciplines. Along the line, we created a community because of some great things that the medical doctors created. Doctors realized that most medicines we are taking have side effects because of the chemical. For example, antihypertensive drugs like amlodipine, nifedipine, etc. Over time, the body begins to be hurt. I've given it to patients and I've seen it so many years. If a person is anti-diabetic drugs, will face the same challenge. So in our community, the doctors realize that they have to find a way around it. One way they decided to get around it is to use something that is known as ribosine. They created ribosine after 25 years of research. These doctors are 30,000 doctors around the world. Ribosine is not a drug or medicine, but it's more powerful than any medicine I've known. What it does is that once you take it, it allows the body to produce some coenzyme called glutathione. Within 1 month and 9 months, the body is able to fight 74 diseases. Because this thing is good, the doctors created a community which we belong to. So they are looking for people who use the ribosine to solve 74 health problems: stroke, diabetes, cancer, asthma, hepatitis, HIV, and many more. Initially, I didn't believe until I was in Rice University in Texas and Minnesota University, and the number of conferences I attended, and I knew that it's not a joke. I gave it to my parents who had hypertension. My father had hypertension, diabetes, got gone within 93 years. I had insomnia, and it was gone for 2 days. There are several videos of several doctors that have given this ribosine to people who testify how good it is. But because demand is high, this organization has created a community where people can leverage on the community and benefit from 4 things. 1, the health. 2, the community has expert knowledge that they give to people. They teach how we can leverage on each other's knowledge and expand our business. There are several businesses across in this. And so to realize that knowledge is the only asset that multiplies other assets. You may be starting a business, but the person may not have a clear knowledge how to expand it. A person may be doing a job, but may not know how even to make even more income after doing the job because of the knowledge. For example, let me give you a typical example. One of you is a chef. Just going to use the chef as an example, but it can apply to any job. As a chef, you have some knowledge over the years. You do some jobs as a job, and you are paid as a salary. As a chef, you are paid a salary, or probably you are doing a business with your chef and you earn your own business income. That is all. That is all the money you earn. What you don't know is that there's another income you can earn just by being a chef and you haven't tapped into. I'll give you an example. As a chef, because you have the expertise and the mastery and the knowledge over the years, what you should have done is to document the process as a chef. For the past 5 years to 10 years, if you have documented the process, the detail, the minutest detail of what you have been doing as a chef, by now you would have gotten a documentation which we can now convert into a book. This is one of the things we teach. When you write a book, you are an author. An author is someone with authority. Once you've written a book, it doesn't matter the nitty-gritty of the book. Once you've written the book, people see you as an authority in the area. When a book comes out, people begin to see you as an authority and buy the book. Imagine the book is $5 or let's say $10, and 1 million people buy the book. That's $10 million. But you may be wondering what you mean by 1 million people buying the book. Our community is made up 1.9 million people within our community, 1.9 million people across the world. So imagine that 1 million people all over the world are getting that. You are already a multi-millionaire. I'm speaking because God willing, I am. And I've seen how important it is. So we teach people the knowledge on how to leverage on their own capacity and own capacity to generate their income. Because you have written a book, the media will be looking for you. Radio will be calling you. TV will be calling you about the book. Newspaper will call you about the book. You are becoming an authority. So the next thing you can do, because you have the knowledge already as a chef, you will now be discussing pieces of what you are doing. You'll be discussing pieces on social media. We'll teach you how to create social media content and how you can teach what you're already good at. So every week you share about 10-minute video on the details of what goes into your job. With time, people will begin to subscribe to your content. 2 to 5 years, you would have got a lot of people following you to the extent that YouTube will be monetizing you, and that's another income. So you'll be generating your income from the royalty from the book, and also income from the YouTube that you are actually sharing. Because you are now an expert in the area, you see people calling you to give speech on speech and prize giving day programs. That is another income you can generate. The biggest of all, over time, you will teach you how to do a digital post. So you gain a lot from the community, apart from health and the knowledge. The third thing is the network. The community has several categories of people where you can leverage. We have lawyers. The doctors are over 30,000. We have the president, the former president, multi-millionaires and billionaires who are part of the community. You leverage on these people, and these people become your customers or clientele, and you'll be able to cross-fertilize ideas with them. The final thing about the community is that whilst you are using our health, the knowledge, and the networking, you can now do the business that the community itself is doing. You see, the community wants more members. So the community teaches you how you can bring more members to join us. Join us to do what? Join us also to gain the health, gain the knowledge to expand their own business, and gain the network. As you are bringing several people to join the community pays you. By the time you have 10 people brought into the community pays you 1,000 to 4,000 every month. What we do is that we teach your 10 people so they will learn how to bring their own 10 people. Yes. You'll be learning books that will help you in expanding your knowledge and your current business that you are doing. By the time your 10 people do what you have done, they get their own 10 friends on board to be part of the community, you will be earning 4,000 to 12,000 every month. Yes, dollars. And by the time the 100 have done the same thing, you'll be earning $12,000 to $25,000 every month. That is what I do every time as a part-time in addition to my job. As to date, major income I earn from this community in the past 7 years would take me 57 years to earn the same income in the University of Ghana, where I lecture. It's wonderful. And we need more people so that we can cross-fertilize ideas. There are some videos I'll give to you, but the main reason for even to let you know that you can tap on people's knowledge and expand on people's knowledge without even knowing. I've just used the chef as a little example to just explain how one can generate income, and we have several people to do that. I want to pause here if there are some questions even to be asked. So one participant, the chef, said that the explanation is very clear, and due to lack of time, proposed that we'll have time to meet one-on-one with Professor KOA, and it was agreed with participant A to meet the following week on a Tuesday at the office. So I exchanged the number of participants with Professor so that he'll be able to meet even the participant in his office on one-to-one to follow up. Any other questions was asked from participant B, who also said it's very clear and it's actually good and it's an eye-opener, and to have an idea of what the community is doing when we'd like to know more about the community and see how we can move forward in the area of improving our health, growing all aspects of our lives, our well-being, and in terms of monitoring, acquisition, and wealth, and how we can help others. So all that seems to be good to participants B, and would like to organize a face-to-face to continue to discuss even the proposal. So the discussion took place with participant B, and participant B will be available in 2 weeks' time. So this was asked which days, whether Tuesday or Fridays. And so in 2 weeks, following the discussion, it's fine. And it was decided that the Tuesday in 2 weeks' time after the call. So it was agreed with participant B to meet Professor KOA in 2 weeks' time. And this was agreed. And calendars, diaries were compared. So it was mutually agreed. And that connection was duly made. And that was great. That was great. That was great. Yes. So that was all done. And then the third participants also came through, who is the teacher and also a fashion designer, and was connected to the call. And also the third participant did also agree that it was a useful conversation and that she will be available in 2 weeks following discussions with Professor KOA. So that a teacher and entrepreneur in fashion design who is in Ghana was able to connect with Professor KOA and agreed also to meet Professor on a Tuesday in 2 weeks' time. And that was really mutually agreed. And so everything came to a successful end. So the prospects have been connected to the professor. And so the next stage is to connect their numbers with Prof and exchange Prof's numbers with the prospects. And then the next stage goes on. So ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this presentation, and thank you very much for listening. And I hope that you gain a lot from it, which you can apply to your own third person call. And with all thanks to Professor KOA Kwaku OHENE ASARE of Max International for helping. And we thank all the participants, A, B, and C, even for coming to this important program. Thank you very much, listeners, for your attention. And it's my prayer and hope that you succeed even in all your business endeavors.